Patty Stalker here from WestfordCAT, and I have with me this afternoon State Representative Jim Arciero. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing great. I'm getting in the holiday spirit, doing the best I can and my family can, as all families can right now during the pandemic. It certainly is a little bit of a scary time. You know, now we have the transmission rate, spiking up to almost 6%. The governor had just announced just yesterday
back, right?
we're going to scale things back to phase 3 numbers in terms of how many individuals can be sitting at a table in a restaurant, wearing masks at the restaurant. It's a scary thing. It's a scary time. And this particular year, as you know, is the holiday season. It's time for the annual Toys for Tots event we've done in Westford for the last 11 years. And it's always an exciting time. And right now, I think families now more than ever need something to look forward to. They need, I think, a community coming together to provide presents for needy families throughout Massachusetts, not just in our greater Lowell area, but throughout Massachusetts is something I think that this particular holiday season is going to be more important than ever.
Yeah, I was wondering how you were going to juggle it this year, being you can't have large gatherings, and your event was wildly popular every year. You would jam the Franco-American, and you had even talked about maybe moving it to a different venue this year because the number of participants increased. So I was wondering what you were going to do this year, and you've come up with a rather innovative idea, and I want to know, what made you think of a drive-through, and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's not just because of, Chick-fil-A or McDonald's that I tend to drive through more when Angelina.
Not in Westford.
No, but my daughter would demand some sort of a special, treat, every once in a while. And, so many families right now are in need. And again, we were thinking not to do the event this year just because of the inability to have gatherings, to bring people together and limit social interactions. So I was approached by members of the Toys for Tots program, the Marine program, and the Sun Santa Fund to say, hey, Jim, do you think maybe we can look outside the box a little bit and try to do something a little different? And the very beginning of the Sun Santa and the Toys for Tots event that I've done every year it started from my boss that I had first in politics, Jeff Hall and Steve Pangiatakis, the former senator, former state rep, always gave me great ideas about charities. But Steve Pangiatakis in particular, he continues to do his Toys for Tots charity. And this year, he also did a drive-through, which was dropping toys off and driving through a specific location. He had it in Lowell at the Franco-American School, which just recently had sort of a renovation of the grotto and the Stations of the Cross. So their operation worked really well. And that's kind of where I got my idea from. And so I was approached by, again, the Sun Santa and the Toys for Tots group to maybe do something what Steve's doing. So this year it's been a little hectic, just like everything. And we're kind of putting things together in about 3.5 weeks. So I'm just, crossing my fingers and dotting my I's and crossing the T's that everything works out great this Saturday. It's at the Abbott School from 10 a.m. to 12. I have a lot of friends that are helping me out from the region. I know Sheriff Peter Katusian, Middlesex County Sheriff, is going to be there to help me take presents, as well as District Attorney Marion Ryan. Lori Trahanan is trying to figure out her schedule still because they're going back to D.C., to Congress right now, and before their winter break, if you will. Members of the Westford Board of Selectmen are going to be there, and State Senator Ed Kennedy as well. But it's not just Westford, Patty. We're having it where we've decided to expand to Littleton as well, and I represent Littleton in the House of Representatives. So I partnered with Littleton Police Chief Matt Pinard and the Littleton Board of Selectmen to do a toy drive as well there, a drive-through toy drive, and it's going to be located at the police station in Littleton. So it's exciting. It's not a ton of time to do stuff and put things together, but the momentum has been tremendous. The support that I'm getting from the community and individuals I've talked to is exciting, and so I'm pretty pumped for it.
And I want to mention that the Littleton drop off at the police station, the drive-through, is going to be from 1 to 3 on Saturday, Saturday the 12th.
Yeah, so we're doing it all kind of one day. So the advertising you've seen on social media, et cetera, it's 10 to 12 in Westford at Abbott School, 1 to 3 in Littleton. And we kind of wanted to have it on one day too. So just in case somebody missed it, maybe earlier in the day, they could take a spin over to Littleton, or maybe the rest of their afternoon is busy and they're from Littleton or Chelmsford and they want to come over to that area too. So it's a work in progress, and we'll see how it goes. But again, I've been overwhelmed with support and excitement for. There's just so many people out there, and as I know, having a young child myself who is out of preschool right now because of COVID and because of positive cases with some of her teachers. Just like every family in the country right now in the world, we're all juggling. And I have Angelina. You heard, I think her special iPad that she's allowed to play a game for a little bit of time. And I know screen time has been allowed a little more than usual these days, but she's home with us, and my wife works full time too. And certainly I have my hands full. So we're all making it work. And we've heard from so many families that are like, look, we're going stir crazy. We've been in the house. We are more than happy to get in our cars and drop off a present for a family in need, especially during this pandemic. And so that is heartwarming for me, and the support from people that, I wouldn't even expect to be coming to come to this event or coming. And so it's exciting. And it's also exciting to really have the support of my, sort of colleagues in government in the region. Sheriff Katusian has been a great friend for this district and for myself, and so is District Attorney Marion Ryan, and Congresswoman Trahan and I. It's just been a great partnership. So I'm excited to have these folks work as L's, if you will, in this drive-through, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
Are the Marines going to be there? And I think I heard a rumor that Santa was going to be there as well.
Thank you for reminding me. There is a rumor of alter ego and former state representative and my predecessor, State Representative Jeff Hall, is also known as Santa Claus and a helper for Santa Claus's efforts in various holidays. And he is going to be present for both events. And we're going to be driving Santa's, or Representative Jeff Hall's, sleigh, which is his pickup, to put a lot of the toys in. So great question about the Marines. And like I said, like things have been so fluid. And I think that's what it's been like in the pandemic in some ways too. We have to constantly adapt and change our sort of normal routine and adapt to the next challenge. And in this particular case, the Marines, I spoke to a few of the staffers yesterday at their Devon's location, and the Marines are actually, their protocol is not to physically be standing there with other individuals that are picking up toys. So for myself, I reached out to Jeff Stevens, who is a little bit more than a celebrity on this show. I know he's on quite a bit. And Jeff is just done such a great job for Westford, and he's really a guy I turn to when it comes to
regulations. Regulations requirements.
Et cetera.
And let me just remind people that Jeff Stevens is the Westford Health Director.
That's right. And Jeff is going to be present for the event too, just to make sure things run smoothly, that everything is up and up.
Safe. Yep.
Make sure that people are safe.
That's great. Well, I'm going to be there with a camera recording some of the events. I don't know if I'll be conducting interviews this year, but I will definitely be able to get some footage of the drive-through in Westford. So do you know what the weather's supposed to be like on Saturday? I haven't even checked.
I do, which I'm excited about. It's supposed to be 50.
Nice.
which it's freezing today. So
Yeah, it's been really cold this week. So good. I'm glad to hear it.
It's supposed to be 50, a little bit of showers late in the afternoon, but I think we'll be fine.
You'll be done by then. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's going to go pretty quick. And, it's 2 hours in Westford, 2 hours in Littleton. And from, some of the reports I have and folks that have committed to coming, we're going to be pretty busy. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be a real neat thing. My daughter, Angelina, is excited for it to help. She's excited to see Santa there too.
I'm sure she is. And I'm excited for it as well. I haven't seen you in person in so long. So
I know.
yeah, it'll be it'll be a fun day. So we'll see you on Saturday. It's Saturday, December 12th, 10 a.m. to noon at the Abbott School in Westford and 1 to 3 at the Littleton Police Department.
That is great. Thank you for just talking a little bit about the event, promoting the event. And I know it's sort of, like I said, it's a little bit of more short notice, but that's kind of the world we're living in now.
I think everybody's used
to
it. Yeah, everybody's used to it. So, everything's sort of on the fly.
And I think it's going to go well. And one last thing is I will be doing a few robocalls, so please nobody get too upset if you hear my voice on what you think is an infomercial. Okay. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the event, but it's going to be really quick, so just to warn people.
I think people actually like to hear from you and get a phone call. Like I said, we're all cooped up in our homes these days. So this is a great way for people to get out, and it's a great cause. And, you've been doing it for 11 years now?
About that, yeah. 11 years. So
that's great. Good. So we'll see you on Saturday. And
yes.
Let's keep our fingers crossed that the rain holds up.
And just one last thing, I think.
Sure.
I think just something to add is the fact that if I think people are kind of used to it now, but for those who are not, an unwrapped gift, if you want to, drop off an unwrapped gift. And if anyone does not have time to get to the store or order something from Amazon or etc., they can write a check to the Sun Santa Fund. And that is for whatever amount you think you can afford this year, which will take any amount. And that goes to the Sun Santa Fund to help needy families in Greater Lowell.
Great. Good. Thank you for remembering that. So
I know. Well, again, adapting and overcoming, right? That's the real key here.
All right, Jim. Thanks a lot for taking the time today to talk with WestfordCAT, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Great. Thank you so much, Patty.
For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.